Okay, welcome to our acid-base indicators quick video here. So we're talking about table M on the reference table. So before I really get into this, please grab your reference table. I'll pause for like 5 seconds so that you can go get your reference table or at least pull one up on the internet. All right, now that you have your reference table and you're looking at table M, okay, you'll see that it's got a list of indicators, an approximate pH range for color change, and then what actual colors they'll be changing to. So I'm going to give you a couple examples of that. I'm going to do one with methyl orange. I'm going to do one with thymol blue. But before I even talk about these, why do we care about acid-base indicators? So what these things do is that they have different colors depending upon pH. Okay, and as you learned, pH measures how acidic or basic something is based on the concentration of H plus, right? Which turns into the hydronium ion, which tells us, kind of how strong acids are or potentially how strong bases can be. And that really has to do with pOH, but that's for another video, okay? For acid-base indicators, we're talking about substances that change color depending upon the pH. Okay? This is really useful when we're talking about titrations, which is something that you read about yesterday and that you'll watch another video on today. So in a titration, we're trying to determine an unknown concentration of an acid or a base from a known concentration of the opposite, whether it be an acid or a base. Okay, so when that happens, we have to add either acid to base or base to acid. And when we do that, a neutralization reaction occurs, something else you read about, okay, where a strong acid and strong base are reacting with each other and they form something neutral, okay? And as I continue to add acid to base or base to acid, the pH will continue to change. Okay, it'll go to neutral. Then if I keep adding acid or keep adding base, the pH will continue to change. And we can measure that change using indicators. Okay, so indicators are actually really, really simple. Okay, your next video will be on titrations, and then you'll have another video later on neutralization. Okay, at least the equations and things that you'll be expected to know. So indicators. Methyl orange. If I look at methyl orange on table M, you'll see that there is a pH range of color for 3.1 to 4.4. You're not going to be asked more than likely about in between those numbers. You're going to be asked on one end or the other. So what that means is that at 3.1 and lower, the color of methyl orange will be red. Okay, based on what it says on the reference table, right? It says red to yellow, 3.1 to 4.4. 4.4 higher, it'll be yellow. So if I have methyl orange and say I have a pH value of 2.4, I know then that the methyl orange in this solution must be red. Now, if I'm doing a titration, okay, and my pH changes to, let's say, 7.2, now I know that the methyl orange will be yellow. And that's really it. Very, very simple. Just understanding that as pH changes, the color of these things change. And they're all different, right? So for methyl orange, the range was 3.1 to 4.4. For thymol blue, I picked one on the complete opposite end of the spectrum here. It changes from 8.0 to 9.6. So if I have a solution where the pH is, let's say, 6.5, now I look, thymol blue goes from yellow, okay, yellow on this end, to blue on this end. So at 6.5, thymol blue, it's going to be yellow. If I have a pH of 11, I'm on this end of the spectrum now. I'm past the 9.6, okay, which means that this will be blue. So there are other ones there. There's bromthymol blue, phenolphthalein, litmus, bromcresol green, along with the methyl orange and the thymol blue. Okay, so you should be able to determine what color these are depending upon the pH, or you could guess the pH about based on what the color of these things are. Okay, so when we're doing a titration, as soon as our indicator changes, and usually the indicators we like to use change at around neutral, which is 7, okay, that's when we stop the titration. Okay, and that's when we end up doing some math, which again, you'll learn later on. Okay? All right.